Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a new LEGO set that was released May 1st for the May the 4th Be With You. This is set number 75416, and this is the Chopper Build-A-Figure. So really, really awesome. I know a lot of folks were really looking forward to this Build-A-Figure. I kind of really like these type of builds just because it gives it a like a larger version of it, and it allows Lego to actually add different features and fun, playthings that you could do with the actual Build-A-Figures. I myself just kind of display them all together in one section, but if you want to go ahead and play with them and things like that, you can go ahead and do that. So it's coming at 1,039 pieces, so it's going to be pretty big in the sense that it's going to allow you to basically see everything that Chopper can do. So here is the box itself. At the bottom you do have the Ahsoka minifigure down there, which is really cool. And then it does show you that it comes with a smaller version of the Chopper figure, which most of these Build-A-Figures do. So as you turn the box around, you're going to get another look at the Chopper figure itself. Here it is in front of a plaque. And then on the side right here, you have a couple little illustrations as far as what the actual figure will do. So it shows you that the head kind of moves around and stuff like that. And it comes with a couple of extra accessories, some arms, and then a third wheel as well, which we'll go ahead and take a look when we put it all together. So let me go ahead and open up the box and we'll see what all is inside. All right, so inside of the box, you are going to get 7 individual numbered bags. Now, if you follow the channel and you've seen some of my other Lego reviews, you know that what I like to do is I like to divide the bags into piles of 5. So as you see here is bags 1 through 5 and then 6 and 7 over here. The reason that I do that is because it gives me a kind of natural stopping point where I can kind of relax and take a break. If not, I will go through and build this thing all in one shot. So as I'm done with the first pile, the first 5 bags, I will take a break, just kind of reminisce on what I've been doing, maybe 20 minutes, and then I will go on and do the rest. So this is going to give me a natural stopping point right there. Inside you also have a small little sticker sheet here. I was glad that I didn't see a lot of stickers, just a couple little ones here to add more detail and stuff like that to the build itself. And then you have your instruction manual here. Now, I was wondering if they were going to put in any type of information on Chopper or anything like that, like they do with some of the other Build-A-Figures, but unfortunately they didn't. The only thing that they did do is they added this kind of like split view of the in-universe Chopper and then the actual Lego build Chopper here. So as you guys can see, it looks really cool. It looks very similar. The orange is a little bit off. I don't know. I guess they must have not been able to get that exact orange on the top of the head of Chopper there. They kind of went with this little bit brighter orange there, but obviously you can definitely see that it is Chopper. And if you are a fan of the movies or the TV shows or anything like that, then you will know that that is Chopper as soon as you see it. So let me go ahead and get it built, and then we'll take a closer look at it. All right, so here is the finished product. It is really, really cool looking. But before we get to the Chopper itself, let me go ahead and show you guys the minifigure. As with a lot of these buildable characters, they do come with a little minifigure that sits on the display plaque, and here is the mini Chopper. Really, really cool. He does have printing in the front and in the back too, so that is really awesome. And then the same thing with the little top of his head there. And as I mentioned, he is supposed to sit on the plaque here. I'll go ahead and show you guys the plaque here. If you guys have seen the buildable characters before, or if you have them yourself, then you know that they all come with their plaques. This is really cool. Now, the reason that I'm actually showing you guys this up close is because this one, for some reason, had these 2 orange bricks in the back here. I don't think any of the other buildable characters that I've built has had these on their display plaque, so I don't know if this is for a particular use. So if you guys know, please leave it in the comment section below. If you guys know what these are for, is it just to add extra bricks to the build, or what is it? But for some reason they did include that there. So you do have the spot right here where you can just place your little Chopper minifigure on there, and there it is. Looks really, really cool. I do like the fact that they do include that smaller minifigure with the the different builds, because it does help with just kind of showcasing the character itself in minifigure form factor. All right, so taking a look at the Chopper build itself, as you guys can see here, he is a little bit smaller than I expected him to be. Again, you know, based on the box and stuff like that. But I think the reason for that is because they wanted to make it, they want to make him to scale to some of the other characters. So if you know, they did bring out the C-3PO one, the Chewbacca one, and then they also have an R2-D2 one. And those are all supposed to be to scale. And then some of the newer characters like Grogu and the Pram and stuff like that, those are all supposed to be to scale. So I think that's why they made this one just a little bit smaller, because he is a little bit of a smaller droid himself. Now, as far as building him and putting him together, it was really, really fun. A lot of fun. He looks really cool. I'll bring him up close here so you guys can see a little bit better. Here's where all those sticker details kind of come into play. On his legs right here, it does add a little bit more depth. I like the fact that the legs are different, because that's one of the things when it comes to Lego and when it comes to having to build things that are symmetrical. You know, you kind of, you know, as you're building and you're going through the building process, it kind of gets a little repetitive. But as you can see, his legs are completely different as far as the build itself. The colors and everything are different, so that made it a lot more fun. If you look on the back here, you do use some of those whip pieces to make the little cables and stuff. So that is really awesome. Now, there is a couple extra features that I've left on here so you guys can see. This is the way that I'm going to display him with the extra features. And the first one is actually his wheel down here. So being an astromech, usually, you know, he'll, you know, walk around in his two legs, but if he's going to be walking, you know, a long distance, usually the third wheel will come out, and then he'll like kind of roll like that. So you can actually leave that on or take it off. As you guys can see right there, there's just a piece that gets added onto the bottom there. So if he's going to be standing up, you can leave him like that. But then you're left kind of, you know, figuring out what you do with the wheel here. So I am going to be displaying him with that third leg or the wheel in there. He is set up that, you know, the legs actually push forward, so it actually rolls on that wheel. So that's the way that I'm going to be displaying it. And then the other thing is you do have your little hands up here in the arms. You know, you can actually take those off if you want to. They're very easy, as you guys can see right there. It just has a little piece right there that this slides onto. I'm going to go ahead and the same way I'm going to display him with the hands, you know, kind of like he's flailing his hands up in the air as he does. And I will leave those on there because, again, what do I do if I don't have them on there? Then I have to kind of keep track of them and stuff like that. At first, I thought that maybe that's what those blocks back here were, to kind of hold those hands in there. But I couldn't find a way of putting them on there, so, you know, maybe that's not what it's for. But I'm going to go ahead and display it with all of the different features. But the head looks really, really cool. Definitely, you can, you know, tell a mile away that it is Chopper. He does have his little arm right here that does come out. And it's got some articulation, which is really cool. So that does come out there. And then he's got his little thing down here. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but that comes out as well. It goes down there, so that is really cool. And then you do have another play feature in the back here. As you guys can see, this section right here. This actually, you can move it up and down, and that gives his head a little bit of movement. As you guys know, if you've seen Chopper, you know that he can be very animated when it comes to his head and his arms and stuff like that. So I like the fact that they did include that play feature because it makes his head kind of move around and stuff like that. But you can also rotate his head if you wanted to, you know, if you want to have him looking in one direction or not. And then you have the little kind of radar antenna in the top there as well that does move around. So a really, really cute and really awesome figure here. I like what they did with him, and I love the fact that I'm going to be able to include him in my display with some of my other buildable figures there. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. I think they're called buildable figures, but you know, if I'm not, you know, somebody will definitely correct me in the comments section, but that's what I've been calling it for the whole video. You guys know what I'm talking about. But this is a really, really awesome build. Again, it's one that came out for May the 4th, you know, be with you kind of celebration on May 1st. So I know that I believe on the Lego website it was sold out, or it's on back order right now, but I was able to find it in one of the other big box stores. So if you guys are interested, I would definitely recommend looking around because it is a really, really cool figure. I think for the price and the piece count, it's a fair price. Again, you're getting 1,039 pieces on this set, and I definitely can tell you that they use pretty much all the pieces with the exception of those 2 bricks on the back here to have this guy come to life. So there it is. I just wanted to showcase the set number 75416. This is the Chopper Build-A-Figure from Lego Star Wars. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.